quiet is kept. People can say what they want about Oscar, and I know he deserves a lot of flack for a lot of shit, emails, pantyhose, and whatever and whatnot. But he actually told the truth about Gervonta Davis's team. He actually did. See, once again, this has nothing to do with your emotions. It has nothing to do with the fact that Oscar De La Hoya wears a fishnet and says fucked up shit. You know, we deal with the truth first, and everything else comes afterwards. Gervonta Davis' team don't believe in him like that. Like Ryan Garcia said, how can you say that you don't sweat me, but yet you got spies in my camp? That's a potent line right there. Because I wouldn't think that you need no spies in Ryan Garcia's camp. The truth of the matter is, his team has always underestimated Gervonta Davis' skill. At the same time, you have to understand, Gervonta Davis is their golden goose. They're going to protect and do everything in their power to facilitate and make sure he stays on top, make sure that they stay winning, and make sure that they stay ahead of boxing, and he becomes the face of boxing. As business, it is understandable. But that doesn't mean that Oscar was lying. He was telling the truth. I've always said they underplayed Gervonta Tank Davis, and I didn't like it. Okay. Once again, let me bring the example up of when Gervonta Davis fought Pedraza. I constantly bring this up because people didn't understand why Tank Davis was tripping out so hard when he beat Pedraza. And if you go back and if you watch the special that they did on him and stuff like that, you slowly found out his team didn't think that he could beat Pedraza. They were doubting him. That's why he acted a fool like that after he beat Pedraza, because they honestly thought that he was going to have a tough time and he possibly could lose. I wouldn't have thought that against no Pedraza with Tank. I also don't think that Tank is so much out of his league when fighting a Vasily Lomachenko. I don't. I think Tank could beat him, if not put up a great fight. His team don't think like that with him. And it baffles me a little bit. You know, is it really caution or protection, or are they just protecting their pockets? Maybe all the above. But one thing's for sure, them going to the highest extent to ensure he gets a win, that's in the play. No doubt. So as much as they want to say, well, yeah, we're confident in him and stuff like that, they're confident in the situation that they laid down. You know? And you can't put it on Tank. Tank got handlers. Tank's a fighter. Tank got a team around him that's supposed to make sure that he wins and want to put him in a winning position. They just really underestimate his skill set, in my opinion. So when Oscar De La Hoya said that, I knew that that wasn't coming from a place where he's just putting out propaganda for us and, you know, just putting on a show. He actually truly feels that. And I think that legitimately is the case. They are concerned. Even though it's a time where I feel like they don't need to be. Tank's good. But you got to understand, when that much money on the floor, when this is your only star, and he's the only one doing this, and he's on the brink of becoming the face of boxing, shit gonna be like that. But Oscar wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? It's actually true. You know? And they won't gamble with that. To them, the Pedraza fight was a gamble. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say this. If they made this fight with Ryan Garcia, it's because they feel it's a sure thing. And they're not taking any chances. So they're covering all their bases. So the fact that this is even set up means that they got this thing locked and sealed. So that's why I say for Ryan Garcia to win, it's a lot of elements you're going to have to overcome besides just a natural talent gap. Because there's a huge talent gap. You know, there's these guys got two different chins, two different mentalities. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna see. But one thing I can say about Ryan, I do like how Ryan is not allowing himself to be punked. That's one thing that surprised me a little bit about Ryan. I do like that about him. You know what I'm saying? That's why Ryan's going to get credit either way. Ryan team understands that it's a win-win either way. Win, lose, or draw, it's still going to be a positive for Ryan Garcia. That's what people are not seeing in the long run. This is still going to be a positive for Ryan Garcia. Whether he wins or whether he loses, whether he get knocked out or not. Hey, matter of fact, do y'all know who the ref is for this fight? If you do, put it in the comment section, because I swear to God, if it's, you already know who I'm talking about. You already know who I'm talking about. So if you know, I'm going to go look it up after this. I hope he not the ref. I hope y'all already know who I'm talking about. But yeah, Oscar De La Hoya wasn't bullshitting. They really like that with Tank. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they've been moving them like this, you know what I'm saying, thus far. But anyways, that's my thoughts on this. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me go look up who these refs is.